First up, we have an interview with Mustafa, the staging and light director. Reporting to us is...
First, how are you using your lighting in the production?
So we're using the lighting to highlight different parts of the stage and all different people as they're acting on the stage. We're also using the lights to try and create effects, so like when they're singing the slow, moody song, we're going down to blues and things, and with exciting things we're using the greens and the reds to make it seem more exciting.
Who controls the lights?
Because it's hired, I'm controlling the lights. However, I did train the people that are working with me on the sound, so they know how to do it, but on the show I'm controlling the lights.
How are you making sure everyone in the production is heard?
So we've got several different microphones around the place. Obviously we're competing with the orchestra, and if the orchestra's really loud, we need to try and be a bit louder with the voices. So we've got some chorus mics hanging from the ceiling, and we have a couple of handheld mics that are being used by different people.
How was the backstage crew and the set design crew chosen?
I chose the crew from people that I'd worked with in class that were enthusiastic, that I knew I could trust to give them a job, and then I could walk away and know that they would do the job. I didn't want a large crew because the more people involved, the harder it is to manage things. So we had just a small crew, and we worked over about 3 or 4 weeks making all the props and all the set.
How did you make the props?
So we used a whole lot of different bits and pieces. This year we did a lot of stuff mainly in wood for the tools and that. There weren't too many props, so some of the others we either just had to sew or just cut out and paint on foam. But in other years I've done a lot of foam and plastic work using Coke bottles and all sorts of other stuff, cutting them and reshaping them into all sorts of bits and pieces.
Are you happy with everything you have produced?
You're pretty happy. I'm pretty happy with what's gone on there. There's some things that I would have liked to have more time to do, but for the time that we had, they've come out really well.
Thanks, Libby. Next is Rakaya. Is going to be interviewing Mr. Meek, the producer and director.
Hello, I'm Rakaya, and I've got a special visitor, our teacher of dance and drama here, and I'm going to ask him a few questions about the production. First question, when did you get the idea for the production?
It would have been term 4 last year. I knew the book The Island already. I've read it to students many times over the years, and it struck me at the end of last year that it would be a good one coming into the election for us to do.
Nice. So did you get consent from Armageddon?
Yes, we did. I contacted Armageddon's publisher, and the publisher put me into contact with Armageddon, and he gave us his blessing to go ahead with the production.
And how long has this process taken, from the idea and to the last production?
Well, it's just about a year in total. 3 terms of work with students, but just about a year since I came up with the idea.
Okay. And what was the most stressful time?
The most stressful time would have been about 3/4 of the way through, because when you're doing a large theatre production, there hits a point where everybody's rehearsed and you're not quite there yet, and you don't know quite what it's all going to look like, and you've rehearsed most of the stuff, but you don't know how it's going to fit together, and that's the stressful point. Once you start putting it all together, no worries.
So like shouting and releases it?
What's that?
Did you like shout, or what did you do?
No, I don't. Well, I had to raise my voice a few times, but I wasn't angry. I just in terms of I wanted to get the best results out of the kids that I could.
Okay, and last question, what is the part you're most proud of?
Well, obviously the whole thing I'm proud of, but I think it's the way that a number of the pieces came together with different performance groups, particularly the closing number where we had Akawata, the choir, the dance group, and the band all performing together at once. That took a bit of doing, getting it all together and making it work, and I'm really happy that happened well.
Thank you, and thank you for the great production.
Thanks for watching.